You're listening to Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast. Comics, television, movies, and more. If it impacts fan culture, we have something to say about it. And now, your hosts,
Coach Mayor,
Jordan, Cliff, and Seth.
Hey everybody, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022 with your friends at Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast. My name's Jordan Lowe.
I'm Cliff Barnes.
Seth, you heard it in the intro. He's back. Coach Mayor.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Doing the big show.
This has somehow become an annual tradition.
Yeah.
I don't know how or why, but it works, so let's keep going with it.
One year we didn't have Jared here for it, and he complained the next year. I just recently re-listened to it. You're like, yeah, I wasn't invited last year. I was like, I think you said you couldn't come. I don't know.
Doesn't sound like something I would say, but if you just listen to it, I'll believe it.
So what is it, Jordan? What are we doing?
We're talking all the upcoming movies slated to be released this year.
We didn't do it last year.
That's what I was just wondering. I was trying to think in my head. I was like,
Yeah.
number one, how many locations have we done this before?
Yeah.
And number two, did we do this last year? Because
Yeah, this is last year. Last year was the only year we didn't do it because it wasn't anything different than the year before's episode. It's
Yeah.
all the same movie.
we're still waiting on the same movie.
And we will be announcing a lot of the same movies 2 years later. But there's a lot of other stuff too. So, of course, this is all tentative because they're already starting to cancel stuff and push things back.
Well, Spider-Man made $1 billion, so I think they're gung ho. They think we've proven we'll go out to the theaters.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how many of these get pushed back. All right, well, let's jump it off here. Let's start the year off. As we go, I would like you to write down any that you're interested in. Now, Jordan famously writes, predicts how many he's actually going to go to the theater to see. It's always single digits. It's never been double digits.
And that was before.
Got
COVID.
another, pre-COVID.
Yeah.
I got another Odyssey Theaters gift card in my stocking this year, so we'll see if I can make it. I can stretch it the whole
man.
year.
I hope Bad Boys 5 is coming out.
Yeah, we were pretty hyped. I just listened. We were really hyped for Bad Boys. Yeah, the last time we did this, we surprised Jordan on his 40th birthday and told him we were going the next night to go see it.
That's funny. We did.
Yeah, we made it.
I turned 42 on Monday, so there we go.
Yeah, we got this down to a science.
Yeah.
So much like last time, what we're going to do is you guys write down the ones that you're most interested in, and at the end of this, we will calculate up collectively between the four of us what our Ka-Pow most anticipated movies of the year are. And we'll do that at the end. So keep track of what sounds interesting. So we're starting off in January. We'll go back a week here. We're already a week into January, but the 355 movie came out. A bunch of girls, Jessica Chastain and the rest of them. They're all spies. I saw the preview like a million times last month, and I'm not going to watch this movie. And The Tender Bar came out on Prime, but that's that Ben Affleck movie. It's based on some book, but I don't think it's a big hit either. So then moving into the second week, today, big movie came out. Scream. That's the full title. Dropping the number.
There's certain rules to surviving. Believe me, I know. They always come back. The killer is a part of something in the past. This one just feels different.
You're all in danger.
Bob? With Sydney.
I've seen this movie before.
Not this movie.
You said we were gonna finish this. Go finish it, Sydney.
Scream.
I'll be right back.
He's
Son and
dead.
I recently, we watched one a week. He'd never seen them. We watched 1, 2, 3, 4 over the last month, and then we went and saw Scream 5 today. Already seen it. Boom. Got one already on my list of 2022 movies I've seen. You guys Scream fans at all? Have you seen them all anyway? You think? No.
I like the first one a lot, but
Yeah.
diminishing returns the further it went.
They are, but they hold up better than I remembered. So we had a really good time. I loved the rewatch, and he enjoyed them all. So
I'm sure the technology is a little bit different with the big boxy phones and the VHS tapes.
It's something. Actually, the further they get along, the less modern they feel. Like they're trying to be modern, so they don't. But we were the only ones.
She gets a text asking if she likes scary movies now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't work.
She sends a
Ghostface
WhatsApp.
slides into her DMs.
We were the only ones in the theater though that screamed when Dewey came out. We're like, Dewey. Okay. Next week, bunch of nothing. This is the dead zone here, January and February. This is where the garbage comes out. Something Redeeming Love and The King's Daughter. That's something with Pierce Brosnan. We don't care about that. We're moving on. 128, we're getting Orphan colon. There's going to be a lot of colons again, as usual. This is an orphan colon. First Kill. So this is like a sequel to, apparently there was something orphan. And we're done with January. Was that quick enough for you, Cliff?
That was good. I like that.
January's
I enjoyed
done.
that.
Okay. Then we got February. On the 4th, we get The Worst Person in the World, which is everybody seems to be counting as a 2021 movie. It's on a lot of people's top 10s. But if I can't even see it till February, it is not going to be a 2021 movie for me.
You're right. Yeah.
Well, but I am looking forward to seeing it when it comes out here. It's some indie movie, but I don't really know anything about it. Then also 2-4. This is a movie that got pushed back from last year. Jackass Forever. Just saw that preview again tonight. It's it's probably the last one with this group of guys, the original
what's
people,
left
we've literally what is left of it. They're going to destroy themselves one more time.
I think they
so
got
many stunts left in those
yeah
bodies.
I think they got so desperate they invited Bam Margera back for this one. So
he wasn't in the preview that I saw, so but maybe that's a big
maybe I just spoiled it.
Excitement. Yeah. And the other big movie, I use loosely, Moonfall. Have you guys seen that preview with Patrick Wilson?
July 20th, 1969.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
In school, you were taught that Apollo 11 lost contact with the world for 2 minutes. Not true. They found something on that day kept hidden for 50 years. And now, it's too late to stop.
In breaking news, the governor has just ordered the mass evacuation of the entire West Coast.
Moving to higher ground is the only possible chance of surviving.
Stay awake, my brothers and sisters! Stay awake!
This planet has suffered 5 extinctions. This is going to be the 6th.
Are we dead?
No, we are just inside the moon.
That might be the greatest sentence anyone's ever said.
That preview makes me chuckle. I don't know why.
It looks terrible.
How super serious it is that the moon's going to crash into us.
Yeah, it looks terrible. It's a mysterious force knocks the moon from its orbit. See, it's falling. I say let it. It's time.
I mean, at that point, I don't understand the action movie aspect of that. Like getting in a car and racing. Just sit down, get a chair out, and sit down and watch. Because what are you going to do when the moon hits the Earth?
Right.
It's a very 90s. It seems like a very 90s movie. Like, you know, it seems a little out of its time. But yeah, it looked very dumb, but it could be fun. Who knows?
Yeah, Halle Berry and Patrick Wilson, I think. So it's the problem is it's like not something I want. It's not like I want to go see something I really love, go to the theater. But so this is not that, but this feels like a movie. If you're going to like it at all, you have to see it in the theater, you know. Anyway. Then the next week, sometimes, you know, occasionally there's some movies here that actually have dates for streaming. And some of the biggest movies of the year are going to be out on streaming. There's some Soderbergh movie coming out on HBO called Kimi, Kimi, with Zoe Kravitz. So that might be, I mean, I like Soderbergh movies. You guys, did you watch No Sudden Move last year? Some people liked. And this is a tech worker discovers recorded evidence of a violent crime. So I'm sure everyone's going to try to kill her. February 11th, we have a couple things. Marry Me. This is some very terrible looking rom-com with Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lopez.
That is based on a graphic novel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the preview for this.
I did too. It was awful looking.
I just remember seeing the preview for it.
Owen Wilson, man, did he look old with some really dyed blonde hair. It looks pretty bad. Then we have Death on the Nile, which is the next Agatha Christie ensemble cast movie, Kenneth Branagh. So I didn't see the first one they did, but I kind of feel like catching up, watching it. Might be good. And Blacklight. Who would be in a movie called Blacklight? This is kind of a very generic thing. Let me read the plot. Travis Block, a freelance government operative living on the fringes, comes to term with his shadowy past.
Is it The Rock?
No.
Okay.
Might as well be. It's Liam Neeson.
I was just going to say that. So if it was set in the Arctic or with a snowplow.
Right. That's so 2 years ago. Jeez. All right. Going on to the 18th. We got Uncharted. This is the video game. This is the one we've been saw previews for recently. Got Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, and I've played all 4 of these video games. They're some of the best adventure games. Just great. I mean, the best. They're so pretty. Always show off what the PlayStation. You know, that's the one they demo. So this is going to be some terrible version of that. You know?
It'll make a ton of money though.
Will
right,
it?
Yeah, right around Valentine's Day, all these meatheads want to take their women out and show them a terrible time watching Uncharted.
So romantic.
Yeah, I played the games as well. I mean, I really enjoyed the games, and like, you know, they've got an interesting story, kind of backstory kind of thing going on. So yeah, I mean, I could see it. You know, it's you know, National Treasure and Indiana Jones, all that stuff kind of together.
Yeah.
So like, you could make a good movie franchise kind of thing out of it. You know, it seems a little miscast, but I mean, I like both those guys. I like Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, so I could see it working. Or who knows? Like I said, it could be a disaster. It could be something interesting.
I'm sure I will watch it sometime this year, but it's probably not in the theater. Or on that Valentine's Day timing, will they be watching Dog? A movie called Dog. Now, last time we did this, there was a lot of dog movies we talked about. Every other movie had a dog in it. Well, they're going back to the well, and they're literally just calling this Dog, I think. It's Channing Tatum and a dog. There's all you need to know. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Okay, and then the last weekend of February, we got The Devil's Light, just some thriller. Doesn't look like anything. The Outfit, Zoe Deutsch, and a bunch of nobody else. The biggest movie, I guess, would be Studio 666. Has anybody seen the preview for that?
I just saw that trailer.
This is a Foo Fighters playing themselves in a comedy horror movie, I believe. And it doesn't look good. But
it seems like, again, it's such like a throwback idea. Like, let's cast this popular band that the kids love in a movie. It's like, all right, people don't seem to do that anymore.
And the kids don't love Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I know. Let's cast this ancient rock band.
Right.
We're all 50 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
The kids love.
I don't get it. Okay, next page. We're ready to march.
Are they not I don't know any of these movies. Like, am I out of the loop, or are studios not advertising? Because these are pretty recent movies, and I haven't heard of the majority of them. So
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Advertising is down, or my awareness is down.
I think they probably are scared to spend any money on advertising for movies they're going to pull from theaters. All right, get your pens out. First week of March. The Batman.
Stay still. Get out of here.
Fear is a tool. But when that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning. I've been trying to reach you. Find the God! This is about a king, and brothers to match.
I can take care of myself.
If this continues, it won't be long before you've nothing left.
I don't care what happens to me.
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Whoa, take it easy, sweetheart. Hear everything they say, ain't you?
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
I'm vengeance.
Batman.
The Batman. I am not excited about this at all.
Well, that's very Cliff of you.
Yeah.
Come on. It's too dark for you. Is that it?
Yeah.
Come on, Vengeance. Let's do this.
I don't need another Batman movie.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, sure. Give it to me.
Like, the most exciting thing I saw was the car.
Oh, that sounds good. I like the car.
The car looked cool. This is Zoe Kravitz's
Yeah,
Selena
she looked
Kyle.
cool.
Okay. I like her, but I saw
Not enough for you.
No, I saw that released picture of the penguin, and it just looked terrible. And the Riddler with the green mask on.
I feel like I'm going into this one as like whatever I get's a bonus. Like,
yeah,
I'm not. I don't have anything riding on this. Like, I've had plenty of good Batman movies.
Right.
I've had plenty of good bad Batman.
But if I want to watch a Batman movie, I want to watch one I haven't seen already.
Sure.
Give me another Batman movie.
So if this one's bad, it won't ruin my day. If
Right.
it's good, great. If it's not one of our famous points. If it's good, great.
Yeah.
I hope everything's good. That would be great. I think that was like.
Yeah. I'm excited. Got a good cast. It's nice and dark. I don't know. I'm going to watch it. Okay. Then there's something called Tyson's Run. That sounds like something uplifting.
Is that like Logan's
we don't
Run?
care about that. We don't care about it.
Cannonball
Mike Tyson
Run?
or
Keep on walking.
Chicken Company.
March 11th. We were going to have a movie. You could have played you probably will still play the preview, won't you, right now?
I don't know.
For Turning Red.
All right, guys. The quadratic formula. Let the fun begin. Who could tell me how the formula begins? X equals...
No. This isn't happening.
Excuse me, my child goes to this school. Why don't you call this threshold? I hate you. Ow, I paid my taxes.
What is that? Oh, snap.
All right, settle down, little goblins.
Whoa. No, please, no.
Tell him it's Mommy!
It was supposed to come out on March 11th in theaters, but I believe they pulled it already, and it'll just be a Disney Plus thing. So, but still counts. Streaming still counts, so that'll be a big release in March.
That's the Pixar one?
Is that Pixar or is that just Disney? I think that's Pixar.
I believe it is also. Yeah, it is Pixar, and it introduces Maylee, a confident, dorky 13-year-old torn between staying her mother's dutiful daughter and the chaos of adolescence. And as if changes to her interests, relationships, and body weren't enough, whenever she gets too excited, she poofs into a giant red panda. So it's something to do with your body changing. Sure, it will be fine.
Yeah.
Or great.
Maybe.
Is this a Lin-Manuel Miranda have anything to do with this?
No.
Yeah. Then we have the Adam Project. This is another Ryan Reynolds movie on Netflix. So we got that. I haven't watched any of them yet.
Saying Adam like Adam and Eve, or Atom like split the atom?
Like Adam and Eve.
Adam, okay.
The Adam Project. It is a man travels back in time to get help from his younger self. Oh, multiple Ryan Reynolds. Maybe.
Oh, I hope they bicker with each other.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be. Also has Jennifer Garner, Sean Levy, Mark Ruffalo, Zoe Saldana, Catherine Keener. There's some people in it. We'll see. We will see. And the week after that, we have, this is March 18th. We have Downton Abbey, A New Era.
Oh.
So what twist? Oh, let's see. Get your pens out. follows the lives of the Crawley family and their servants in the family's Edwardian country house. Oh, well, they're not giving us any deets here. This is just straight up Downton Abbey. I don't know what's going to happen.
I watched the last one. It was fine. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
more of the show. It was, if you like the show, you'll like it fine.
What more could you possibly want?
This would have made more sense to me on that Valentine's Day weekend. Seems like...
How can you compete with Dog? People are going to be dogging it up on Valentine's Day weekend. You know I'm right. This weekend, they moved some of these dates around, so I'm glad I'm going the updated list here. We got Operation Fortune, Ruse de Guerre. Those are foreign words to me. And this is Josh Hartnett, Jason Statham, Guy Ritchie, Aubrey Plaza, Hugh Grant, some action movie. And I saw the preview before something I watched up in Columbus, and didn't look good. It did not look good to me. It is a super spy, Orson Fortune, Jason Statham, was tracked down and stop the sale of deadly new weapons, blah, 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 Hugh Grant. Aubrey Plaza was being very Aubrey Plaza. It was just like she had a gun and was like, he's like, what are you going to do with that? Well, I'm going to shoot bullets from it or something. It was just like so stupid. Really annoyed me.
I like whatever.
Josh Hartnett was in a movie. I have not heard that name in years.
Yeah. He's probably the best part about the movie.
Remember that Guy Ritchie's last movie I actually liked more than I thought I would. Colin Farrell.
Yeah, you even said in our last, where we were previewing that movie, in the last episode of this, you said, I hope this is better than his previous ones. And look, it was.
It ended up being all right.
But the Gentleman, is that what that was called?
Yeah, that was cool.
All right. And something called The Unbreakable Boy with Zachary Levi. This is a boy with rare brittle bone disease gets smashed by Shazam. I'm assuming that's what it is. Okay. Then we have a movie coming out on March 24th called Moonshot.
Moon is having quite a year this year.
I know. It's a big moon year.
Well, it fell. Now they got to shoot it back up there.
Yeah. 2 college students join forces and sneak on board a space shuttle to a colonized Mars in order to be united with their significant others, starring either Zach or Cody.
Oh, man.
And Zach Braff, and I don't know who else. Lana Condor.
Why is it not called Mars Shot?
It's the way you got to get your momentum around the moon, I assume.
Yeah, didn't you see Star Trek 4?
Come on. Anyway, that's an HBO Max thing coming out. And then the next day in actual theaters, I've seen this preview a couple times, The Lost City. This is Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, where she is a adventure writer, fiction writer, and he is the cover Fabio model who thinks he basically he thinks he is the guy or wishes he was. And Jana Radcliffe swoops in, it says basically the stuff she made up could really lead them to the lost city or whatever. And it's a zany adventure like that. It feels like we've seen something like this. It feels like kind of Galaxy Quest, like you're the fake version, but you can really, who knows?
How awesome would it be if he played a dead body and they just rode him to the city?
But
what the hell is the name of that movie? I couldn't think of the name of it.
Yeah, it's Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man, yeah.
Swiss Army Man. Yeah. In the top 100. It's fantastic. Speaking of them, from the creators of Swiss Army Man, great segue, Cliff.
Nice.
This same weekend that we're talking about, comes a movie I'm looking forward to. Maybe I'm going to add it to my list here. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Michelle Yeoh. This is the trailer they released where she's in a multiverse.
Ooh, yeah.
And let's read it here. Tells the story of an exhausted Chinese American woman who can't seem to finish her taxes. This seems like a very weak amount of details in the plot here. But has everyone seen the preview for this? If you have not seen the preview for Everything Everywhere All at Once, I say don't see the preview. You thought I was going to tell you to go watch it. I'm saying no, just watch the movie because it looks like it will be good. And if you like Swiss Army Man, which I very much did, I'm looking forward to something else from you.
You gotta say the other actor that was in this. If you don't think you've seen Josh Hartnett in a while, the other actor in this movie is someone else you've not seen in quite a while.
Who?
Short Round.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
Data from the Goonies or Short Round from Indiana Jones.
You call him Dr. Jones. I think there is a little irony in us doing this show every year where we preview movies, but most of the hosts on the show do not watch trailers.
Yeah. I watch him in the theater. I try to avoid him otherwise.
Yeah, most podcasts or YouTube video, it's like breaking down every frame of a trailer to try to tell their audience as much information as they can. But we actively avoid information.
Right.
There's a different way. You don't watch the trailers, and then you talk about how you don't want to see any of the movies.
Yeah,
it's a different take on it.
Yeah. In fact, I encourage our listeners to barely listen to this. Just turn the volume down real low. Do something else that requires a lot of concentration while you're listening.
In years past, we used to ask Michael to just make up what he thought it was about. We would give him the title, and then he would make it up. So
yeah. April Fool's Day. I feel like they picked the right date. Morbius.
Ugh.
This is the
was supposed to be out
2 years ago.
Yeah, it's been out. There's been multiple release dates, including it's supposed to come out this week. I think was the latest.
Yeah, we announced this 2 years ago on this podcast, and we're still waiting. Still have yet to anticipate or really think too hard about it. But this is the dangerously ill with a rare blood disorder and determined to save others suffering his same fate. Dr. Morbius attempts a desperate gamble. Okay. I don't know a lot about Morbius. I'm sure Jordan does.
Mostly from the 90s cartoon where he wasn't allowed to drink blood or say the word blood. So he needed plasma. I must have your plasma. So every episode was him looking for plasma.
Cool. Then also on April Fool's Day, we have something called The Contractor. It is after being involuntary discharged from the U.S. Special Forces, James Harper, played by
Liam Neeson. Is it Liam Neeson again?
No, Chris Pine. Okay. Decides to support his family by joining a private contracting organization alongside his best friend.
It's cute.
Nope, it's too obvious. Ben Foster. They're back together for a movie here. And Kiefer Sutherland. But I don't think this is going to be. This is third build that weekend. Okay, then we got April 8th, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Anybody see the first one?
No.
Me neither. Although I heard it was.
That's like Tails or something. It has a subheading. I thought.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It should have. But yeah, I'm sure Tails will be there. So let's see. Then we got Bullet Train. Now this one sounds all right. I was actually interested, I believe, when I read it. On a train, there are 5 assassins, each with their own purpose. unbeknownst to the 5 people, there are 2 more on the train to complicate matters. Whoa.
It was like one of those games you try to get us people to play. Like,
it's like
all right,
Mafia.
now, we're all on a train.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand you a card. It could be a bullet card.
Right. Brad Pitt.
Stop
now listen.
train. Stop train.
We got Brad Pitt, Michael Shannon, Sandra Bullock, David Leitch, Aaron Johnson, Antoine Fuqua. I know that name, but I can't think who that is. Joey King, Logan Lerman, Brian Tyree Herman, Zazie Beetz, Aaron Taylor Johnson. A bunch of people.
Antoine Fuqua is the guy, he directed Training Day.
Oh, okay. So anyway.
I think I could believe up to 3, maybe 4 different assassins on the same train. But 5 is just, it's too much. I can't.
Well, they would have said
Ridiculous.
7, but they thought you really wouldn't believe that. So they're just too complicating matters.
I guess.
Anyway, that sounds decent. And then another crazy movie coming out that weekend that I recently saw the trailer for, Ambulance. This is 2 desperate brothers attempt a robbery in order to pay for their dying mother's health care. The job goes south, and they steal an ambulance with a dying heart patient in it. This is a Michael Bay movie.
I was just going to say that could be 2 very different 3 very different movies. That could be a very gritty indie drama. It could be a ridiculous comedy, or it could be a Michael Bay.
Yeah.
I think it's a ridiculous Michael Bay movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and Garrett D. So I was like, I thought the trailer looked like just crazy enough to work. And then we have
actually Garrett Dillahunt could star in all 3 versions of that movie. He could be the little indie, low budget thing, or he could be the wacky crazy guy, or he could be Michael Bay.
All right, then we got April 15th. Oh, we got a colon here. Fantastic Beasts, Secrets of Dumbledore. I didn't watch the other 2.
I think I saw the first one.
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen, Jude Law, Ezra Miller, Eddie Redmayne. I mean, there's people in it.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get it right.
Did your kids get into that one, Jared? I know they're Harry Potter fans. Do they like the offshoot stuff?
No, I think Xander watched the other 2. He's kind of the biggest Harry Potter fan, but yeah, I don't know that not as into that side of the universe as the main movies, I would say, but I'm sure he'll want to see it.
Yeah, I don't remember there being any like kid characters in those movies. It was all kind of adult wizards in a lot of almost real world situations type thing. So, if I remember right.
All right. The next week we have, this is 4/22, The Northman.
Now, behold.
He's here. He's here. Mother! Father is here! The king, milady. The king.
Your fate is set and you cannot escape it.
How I've missed you, my son. One day this kingdom will be yours.
Thank you, Father. My king. Father! Remember, for whom you shed your last teardrop. I can feel now. I will avenge you, Father! I will save you, Mother! I will kill you, Fiona!
I will avenge you, father. I will save you, mother. I will kill you, Fiona.
Now, anybody seen this preview? This is right up. This is the guy. This is Edgers.
Yes.
Yeah, it was The Witch. We like that. Wasn't that him? And
The Witch and The Lighthouse.
Yes, both. I like both of those movies. So this is The Northman. This looks good. Anya Taylor-Joy again, Willem Dafoe again, Alexander Skarsgård, Ethan Hawke, Nicole Kidman. An action-filled epic that follows a young Viking prince on his quest to avenge his father's murder. It looks good.
I saw somebody share this and just kind of rolled my eyes like more Viking stuff, because like there seems to be a lot of Viking stuff in pop culture the last few years. But then I'm like, oh, it's this guy. Okay, let's give it a shot. And it seems much less like The Witch. It tried to be historically accurate with the dialogue and stuff. So I feel like this is less, pop culture-y Viking than maybe real dirty, gritty Viking. But then Bjork shows up, so who knows what this movie is? Bjork's involved.
Right. I'm all about it. This one looks good. Then we also have The Bad Guys. This is an animated movie. So the story of baddies.
This is apparently it's a book series, I guess. I think Valerie was talking about the other day that
the animation looks like book art.
Yeah, the kids at school are excited about it, I guess. But yeah, I guess it's a popular book series of some kind with the youngsters. So I'm sure it's will do well. I'm sure.
Yeah, the story of baddies: Mr. Wolf, Mr. Snake, Mr. Piranha, Mr. Shark, and Ms. Tarantula. Sounds great. And the meta-looking movie, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I know this. I did not see the trailer, but it was floating around here a few weeks ago. It's a Nicolas Cage movie, which basically is supposed to be, he stars as himself.
Yeah, I saw some on this.
A fictionalized version of him must accept a $1 million offer to attend the birthday of a dangerous superfan, Pedro Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
Things take a wildly unexpected turn when he's recruited by a CIA operative, Tiffany Haddish, and forced to live up to his own legend, channeling his on-screen character. This actually sounds good. I like this plot.
Yeah, I watched the trailer. It's him very much... it's a very meta, very steering into his own eccentricity.
Sounds good to me. Then the last week of April, on the 29th, we have 65 is the name of the movie. We have no plot details. It's got Adam Driver in it. So, I don't know. And Memory.
Perfect.
Exactly. I'm in. I wrote it down.
All you need to know.
I like Adam Driver, so and it's 65. Who knows? That sounds like
anything more is overkill.
It's like I'm going pretty fast. If it's speed, I'm going decently fast with the flow of traffic, or if I'm in town, I'm running into people. This is Memory. Is the next movie here. It follows Alex Lewis, played by Liam Neeson, an expert assassin with a reputation for discreet precision. Caught in a moral quagmire.
He's always
giggity. Alex refuses to complete a job that violates his code. Man, this is just right. Now, wait a minute. What? It's got Guy Pearce, and this is about memory. That sounds familiar. Okay. I don't know what that is. Let's move on to May.
Oh, man. I feel like we're getting into the good ones now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So now this is the big weekend, right, Jordan? This is your big free comic book day weekend.
Free comic book day is moving back to May. So it'll be the first Saturday in May.
Yes. So that means that we got a movie coming out. What's the one this year? Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
In the Multiverse of Madness. So we all just saw that preview at the end of Spider-Man.
Yeah, we all saw the trailer there.
Whether we wanted to or not. We thought we were going to get some little stinger. Got a whole trailer. So we're looking forward to that. And then something called Mrs. Nope. Skip it. Let's move on. Then we got May 13th, Untitled Blumhouse movie. So who knows? Something paranormal or Insidious, I'm sure.
They haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. May 20th, Cliff, we got DC League of Super Pets.
Oh, yeah. This is an animated movie, right?
Yeah.
It's got a big...
Crypto.
Yeah.
He must convince a ragtag shelter pack, Ace the Hound, PB the Potbelly the Pig, Merton the Turtle, and Chip the Squirrel to master their own newfound powers. They got to rescue the superheroes.
I can't wait till the Snyder Cut comes out on that one.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's got John Krasinski, Kevin Hart,
It'll be the first
Reeves.
cartoon all in gray.
Yeah. Got The Rock. Got all those people in it. So, if you like that, there you go. Originally, this we had announced this movie. I don't know if this one movie's ever going to come out. Well, we got at one point this weekend had Legally Blonde 3. We announced that 2 years ago. Then it was on the list for this year again. I don't know whether that's Legally Blonde. Is that what that would be? But it's still, they still haven't even made this movie. I don't know what's going on.
That really hurts our credibility.
Yeah. We're going, well, I want to let everybody know they have not made this movie yet, and it's probably going to be a while. Okay. And then at the end of May, we may have announced this a couple years ago. Top Gun Maverick. Maverick. So more, whatever we said 2 years ago, again. And also, the Bob's Burgers movie we announced 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. They just put a trailer out.
Still on this list. We should have played that episode again.
Yeah.
Where we announced these movies. I'm not a huge Bob's Burgers guy. I've seen a couple episodes, but I know that a lot of people are. But we know there's no plot other than it's the Bob's Burgers movie.
No, they put the trailer out for it, and I still don't know exactly what the movie's about, other than
that's
it
what
looks like an episode of Bob's Burgers. So.
Yeah, I didn't see anything that was bigger that
right.
would necessitate
Yep. All right, and then I don't think there's anything at the very beginning of June, but on the 10th, Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh boy.
Last time I watched one of these Jurassic World movies, the packed theater, and I sat right next to that guy and told him to shut up. I said, we are not in your living room. And then I sat by him the whole movie while he probably wanted to kill me. It was packed. Like, that gives me a weird feeling because that was a very memorable moment. And I remember sitting there, and there was not an empty seat in the theater. And I cannot imagine going to see a movie like that now at all.
I'd be so anxiety ridden.
Yeah, we're so lucky. Like, I was able to go see Scream today and not worry about. There's like 10 people in the whole huge theater. I don't have to worry about. We're lucky we live in Marietta.
Right.
So Jurassic World, if you like that stuff. I'm sure. I heard they're bringing back some legacy characters. So.
Okay, cool.
And then June 17th, I feel a trailer coming on. Lightyear.
Okay, status. Booster, go. GNC, go. Vital, go. Guidance, go, bud.
Cabin pressurization is underway.
As we prepare for ignition. Flight recorders are on. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah, I thought this movie sounded like a total joke until I saw that preview. I think it was at D23?
I think it's 22.
and they put a little put a little teaser trailer out for it, and I was like, "Yep, I'm all on board for this one. Sounds great."
Yeah, well, I vaguely remember there being them making fun of Chris Evans because he said this was about the real Buzz Lightyear or something. And what I don't know, some stupid quote he had.
Yeah, it's about the
young test pilot.
Yeah, the guy that inspired the Buzz Lightyear toy.
The story you assume you thought you knew.
There you go.
You're totally wrong.
The story you didn't need to know, but you
Didn't
really
ask
did.
for.
The story we had no business telling.
We're over halfway through here, and June 24th we have a movie entitled Elvis. So,
Elvis,
starring Austin Butler, who was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, played, I think, Tex or something was his name, but young actor, got some buzz. It also has Tom Hanks in it. So I don't know how big a role he has in it, but
He's probably the Colonel.
yeah, he's probably the Colonel. Hell, he could be the next Colonel Sanders too. A lot of people going to
Baz Luhrmann. It's Baz Luhrmann.
Okay.
Really? I don't. My mind can't combine Elvis music and like lavish musical stuff. So okay.
Okay, it's good to know.
Although I guess Elvis made 100 of those movies. He made 100.
Yeah.
Colorful musicals to his career, but I don't know. Something doesn't register.
We also have Where the Crawdads Sing movie. This sounds like that sounds like a book title. I guess must be based on a book.
I feel like Valerie read that book.
Yeah, I feel like I saw.
To me.
Yeah, I think I saw a girl work read this. So who's starring in it then? Well, I'll read the description and then you guess who's in it. Abandoned by her family, a young woman named Kaya raises herself all alone in the marshes outside of her small town. When her former boyfriend is found dead, she's instantly branded by the local townspeople and law enforcement as the prime suspect. Well, it says a young woman, but that's not who's headlining this. Is not a young woman.
Okay.
I got no guesses. All right. Reese Witherspoon is who is the headliner here. And Garrett D is in the. Yeah. And also that weekend, I saw the preview tonight for Scream. This is based on a Joe Hill short story from 20th Century Ghosts, and it's getting a lot of buzz. A lot of horror people are saying this is going to be They moved it to the summer because it was getting such good ratings. They wanted to make some money off of it. It's called The Black Phone. And let's see what the plot says. Finney Shaw, a shy but clever 13-year-old boy, is abducted by a sadistic killer and trapped in a soundproof basement where screaming is of little use. When a disconnected phone on the wall begins to ring, he discovers he can hear the voices of the killer's previous victims, and they're dead set on making sure that what happened to them doesn't happen to Finney. Ethan Hawke is in this. He's the bad guy.
If that phone don't work, why the hell is it hanging on the wall?
It does work. And dead people are calling him.
No, you said and what you read said the phone
it's
doesn't.
Disconnected. I didn't say it didn't work. My phone's disconnected. And last weekend, oh boy, let's see, June 29th, Shotgun Wedding. Darcy and Tom gather their families for a destination wedding. But as the couple begins to get cold feet, the entire wedding party is taken hostage. Oh my gosh. Starring Ugh. We have Jennifer Lopez, Josh Duhamel, and Ryan Reynolds. Yay. Okay, let's move it on to August. There, we put that down in your anticipated movie list. Okay.
I swear we like movies, everyone.
Well, they don't all have to have Ryan Reynolds. I used to like him. July 1st, we announced this movie a couple years ago. It is Minions: The Rise of Gru.
And
then, see, because that's going to be July 4th time, so I'm surprised that's the only real thing coming out right then. But then the weekend after July 4th, got a big release from Marvel. Thor's: Love and Thunder. Taika Waititi. What's this one's going to be about? Says full emotion, love, and thunder. And introduces the first time female Thor. We know how Odin feels about that. We're all looking forward to that, I'm sure. Sounds fun. July 15th. Nope. Nothing. And
we're still watching Love and Thunder that week.
Yeah, we'll be watching the heck out of it. And then July 22nd. This one's of interest here. Nope. Remember what Nope is?
The Jordan Peele.
Yes. Jordan Peele movie. Got Keke Palmer, Daniel Kaluuya, Michael Wincott, Barbie Ferreira, Stephen Yeun. So no plot details, just the way I like it. I know I'm going to see this. Jordan's going to get attacked by a deer on his way home.
Nope.
All the things are going to... That's the only details that have been released. So, excited about that. Then we have, on the 29th, a movie I don't think I will see, but I bet Cliff will. Black Adam.
Yeah, I probably will.
A corrupted ancient Egyptian predecessor of Captain Marvel fought his way to modern times to challenge Captain Marvel and his Marvel family associates.
The Rock punches his way from ancient Egypt to modern times.
Yes, that's all written right here.
And he still has the same tattoos on him.
Yeah, that's the twist.
Those are Egyptian tattoos now.
Yes.
They showed a little tease at the DC Fandom thing, and this it said as light and family friendly as Shazam was, this seemed very dark and gritty and violent.
I feel like they've been talking about him playing Black Adam for like 15 years.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. The interesting part is not The Rock to me of this movie, so I'm hoping we see a lot of Justice League classic characters. I do know they've got somebody playing Adam Smasher from a storyline of, probably Jordan, 10, 15 years ago, and how he kind of corrupted him. And anyways, it's a big Kandik storyline.
A what?
That was the country he was in charge of. So
one of them fake DC countries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I see. So that's something. There's nothing the first week of August currently. Then we have something called The Man from Toronto, but doesn't look like much. Then we have an Untitled Disney live action slated for this. What is it, Cliff?
I do not
Make
know.
something up. Predict something. Untitled Disney live action.
Live action. It is the Apple Dumpling Gang rides again.
It's a gritty reboot.
Yeah. I like it.
Starring Ryan Reynolds.
Black and white.
Yeah, black and white. the ghost of Don Knotts and Tim Conway come back.
What animated movie haven't they redone as live action here lately?
Yeah, because we were really tearing up in the other previous episodes of this. We were giving hell to Aladdin and Dumbo and all that stuff.
Could that be Little Mermaid? I mean, they did the Little Mermaid. It hasn't come out yet.
Oh, might be. It might be.
Could be.
It's got that girl from Blackish. Not the main girl, but one of the twin girl characters. So,
all right, we got
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
no doubt.
Yeah.
What fish is he playing?
Yeah.
He's playing flounder. No, he would have to be Sebastian, wouldn't he? He could do his little Latin accent.
I guarantee it. Also that weekend, Secret Headquarters. A kid discovers the secret headquarters of the world's most powerful superhero hidden beneath his home. Michael Pena, Owen Wilson. This is a Jerry Bruckheimer movie.
Oh, I assumed it was animated.
It might be.
It sounded like animated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. And then we have a Judd Apatow movie called Bros. Now, this is a gay rom-com, is what they're calling it. So it follows two men with commitment problems attempting a relationship. We don't get to, this. You haven't got a lot of these. It's Billy
is this
Eichner.
Billy Eichner?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So
Billy on the Street?
Yes.
Yeah. Because he wrote it. I heard a while back because he was like writing it. I think he's the writer as well. And
for $1, will you see my movie?
Yeah. So this is his big chance to become a bigger star, So hopefully it's good.
Apatow has broken a whole lot of comedic actors. So if anyone can give you a breakout role in a movie, it's him.
Yep. Then August 19th, something called Beast. It says the father of two teenage girls find themselves being hunted by a massive lion in South Africa. The father looks like it is Idris Elba.
Oh, my stars and garters.
Yeah. Then on the 26th of August, we have The Samaritan. Now, that was a comic, right? I'll read it. A famed superhero goes missing after an epic battle, but is actually still around. And it's called The Samaritan. Or just Samaritan, yeah. So I feel like somebody said this was...
That sounds like a pulp character, or... That's a character from Astro City, but that wouldn't be
So who's playing this main character?
Can't be Liam Neeson. He's already been in 8 movies.
It's not be Liam
Neeson. Who's playing the superhero?
Yeah. Who's playing the used to be superhero, basically?
Jonah Hill.
Still around. Who?
Jonah Hill.
Mark Wahlberg.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh.
Maybe, who knows? Every once in a while he pulls something out. Maybe this is the next Copland.
What was it called?
Samaritan.
Can he even pronounce that?
That's why he quit. Faked his death.
It's a few too many syllables, but he'll give it a go.
Then on August 31st, Labor Day weekend, Wednesday, probably before it, we got, this doesn't look good. A small town pilot dies unexpectedly while flying a plane, forcing passenger Doug White to land the plane safely in order to save his entire family. Maybe it's based on a true story or something. It's called On a Wing and a Prayer. Dennis Quaid, Heather Graham. Sounds like a real feel-good movie.
That is such a Dennis Quaid movie.
Oh, it is. It is very...
Wow, okay.
He's the rookie pilot. Jared got
He's got the right stuff.
Yeah. Yep. September.
That's 9th. It for Labor Day?
Yeah. I don't... They'll put something in there. Like you said, this is early. It's January. They'll slot some stuff in there, but no, there's nothing slotted for that actual weekend. But on September 9th, we have Salem's Lot. Now, I don't know whether this is like I was hoping to see, like, what's the guy's name that's been doing all the Stephen King movies and stuff, right?
Yeah, I guess Pet Sematary was pretty big. So.
Yeah. We'll wait and see. I don't know. Don't have many details on this yet, but yes, it's based on that book. And Dark Harvest also comes out this weekend. It is a Halloween type movie. Says, who freaking knows? No details. 9/16. The Woman King. Odin doesn't like it. We're skipping it.
I don't know what that means.
Sounds like a fantasy. Okay, Cliff, you saw something from this. This is White Bird: A Wonder Story. Something to do with wonder. For millions of readers and moviegoers, Wonder is the captivating, inspiring, uplifting story of power and kindness. In White Bird: kindness even has the power to save lives.
Oh, man.
So it's something to do with that universe. And
very popular book and movie with grade school age children. Yeah. They all know that that book. They've all read it. So.
It's got Julia Roberts or Owen Wilson coming back.
I don't think so. I don't think so. And nope. And then we have Gillian Anderson. Then we have Distant. This is a crash landing on an alien planet. An asteroid miner must make his way across the harsh terrain, running out of oxygen, hunted by strange creatures. To the only other survivor, a woman.
Woman King?
Who is trapped in her escape pod. Naomi Scott, Rachel Brosnahan, Brian Kavanaugh Jones. All right, September 23rd, Puss in Boots:
Oh, God.
The Last Wish. We announced this 2 years ago also.
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas. That got a good laugh last time. Not a good. Okay. And then this next movie, I'm anticipating this movie. Don't know much about it, but I like the details here. It's called Don't Worry, Darling. It is an unhappy 1950s housewife comes to believe she is actually living in a simulation in which her husband's desire is to live in a past where women are subservient to their husbands. It's a sci-fi thriller directed by Olivia Wilde, who I think she did Booksmart was her last thing. This has Chris Pine, and I believe the star is supposed to be Florence Pugh as the housewife.
Where's my husband gone?
It's got Shia LaBeouf. I'm sure Chris Pine's the husband, but sounds interesting, and it's supposed to be kind of science fiction type thing.
That feels like WandaVision can F itself. It feels like a mashup of those two things.
Yes. There you go. Nope. So that's so the next thing. The week after, I'm gonna have just seen that, and then I'm gonna get to hopefully see this movie we announced a couple years ago. Mission Impossible 7. Man, I've been anticipating this movie forever.
Is this the one where Tom Cruise yelled at everyone? That's how
long?
Yes.
A lot of people to get this movie made.
Yes.
Better appreciate it.
That was a long time ago he did that yelling.
He was yelling at people, and I want to see him yell at some more people. So all the people coming back: Rebecca Ferguson, Palm, Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, and Christopher McQuarrie home in it. He did a great job with Fallout. The best. That was the Mission Impossible 6 was the best Mission Impossible so far, in my opinion. So loving it. Okay, then we have October. So back to back, we had good weekends. We got another one. If the dates stay the same, Spider-Man's Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. Boy, Can't wait for that. This is see if they gave us any kind of plot here. Miles Morales returns for the next chapter of the Spider-Verse saga, an epic adventure that will transport Brooklyn's full-time friendly neighborhood Spider-Man across the multiverse to join forces again with Gwen Stacy and a new team of Spider people to face off with a villain. They're really getting into.
I love a villain.
I hate that guy or woman. So we'll see what happens, but definitely going to see that.
I don't know. I don't know that you need to go back to the well again with like. I think I'd prefer just a Miles story. Like, why do you have to team him up with the?
Yeah.
I know everybody.
Or Gwen.
The
they could have done.
Spider-Verse.
They could have done Gwen this time.
Story, yeah.
We'll see. I agree. They're like, this was really great, and we don't want to take away any of the pieces because we're not exactly sure what was the right one. So we're just gonna. It was that upside down shot, guys, with "What's Up, Danger." That was the thing.
The whole movie's gonna be upside down.
Oh, yeah. You have to set.
You loved how jarring and you loved how like out of focus and jarring everything was. Well, wait till it's upside down.
Yeah. Now in upside down. It's in 5D. And then we have the last of the current trilogy of Halloweens. This is Halloween Ends. We had Halloween Whatever was the one a couple years ago that everybody loved. Was like, this is great. This is a great version of Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis came back. And then last year was Halloween Kills, and everybody did not like it. They were like, wow, this sucks. What happened? So now we have Halloween Ends.
Is that the one that came out on Peacock?
Yes. Halloween Kills, yes. So it sucked, I guess. Then the next weekend we have Ticket to Paradise. A divorced couple journeys to Bali to stop their daughter from getting hitched. I think the daughter is Caitlin Dever. Looks like the dad is George Clooney, or maybe he's directing. They don't give a lot of details here. Ticket to Paradise. So whoop-de-doo. Then
I can't wait for the sequel. 2 tickets.
Yeah. Oh man. Colon. Okay. November. We're already in November. Pinocchio coming out of Disney. Plus, there's a Pinocchio.
Sure.
It's a remake, it says.
Oh boy.
So apparently there was a Pinocchio before this. Has anybody heard of that? Okay, then November 4th, big movie. The Flash. Right?
Yeah.
This is the only reason I'm
gotta
interested.
Erase Henry Cavill from existence.
All I know
Oh,
is
and Batfleck
we're gonna have
too.
some Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to. And I assume we'll have all the maybe we'll even get Vengeance in there. Get him in there. The Flash. So it's the Flashpoint or some version of Flashpoint storyline. That's exciting. And an Untitled David O. Russell movie. Now this is I'm anticipating this movie. I like David O. Russell movies, and it has a typical David O. Russell cast, but that means a lot of stars.
I like titles.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You're getting picky. But your cast is Margot Robbie, Robert De Niro, Zoe Saldana, Christian Bale, Michael Shannon, Anya Taylor-Joy, Andrea Riceborough, Mike Myers, Timothy Olyphant, John David Washington, Chris Rock. That's a lot of people. Might be good. I'm excited. 11/11. Black Panther : Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, I think this we just heard went back into production this week.
Oh, okay. Well, they'd stopped because one girl got hurt, right?
Yeah, Letitia Wright had gotten hurt, and then there were reports that she didn't want to come back and be in.
Well,
Black Panther?
she's a little controversy with her. Isn't she the one that's anti-vaccine or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't want to spread. Those Wakanda scientists you think they'd be up on stuff. They've got those little beads. Yeah. They don't even need needles.
You don't need a vaccine when you got a bead.
Gonna explore the incomparable world of Wakanda. That's your plot. So we'll see. That was a huge movie. That will be a huge freaking movie.
I feel like there's a lot. This one's kind of balancing of you've lost your lead character.
Yeah.
You've had all these problems and delays. It's got to tie into the Marvel universe. It's got to live up to the hype of the previous one. Marvels are pretty sure bets, so I'm not betting against it, but it's just this one
still
has
got Michael B. Jordan in there to draw.
There's a lot of balls in the air that need to be juggled correctly.
Yep.
Or beads, I guess.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's a lot of beads in the air. 11:18. Lyle Crocodile. This sounds like a book. Was this a book?
That sounds like a book.
Sounds like one, yeah.
Yeah, Lyle the crocodile is the happiest crocodile any home ever had until one neighbor insists that Lyle belongs in a zoo. And that neighbor has a black and white flag with a blue stripe on it. He hangs it on his freedom pole.
Inside jokes.
Yeah, I think everybody gets that vibe from Lyle's neighbor.
We've all got neighbors.
even Lyle lives next to these people. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be a big hit. She Said is a movie. We don't know much about it. Something to do with the Harvey Weinstein sex scandal is going to be a movie.
Mm.
So Carey Mulligan's in it. I like her. Zoe Kazan, Andre Braugher.
So many Zoes this year too.
I know, it's a big year for Zoes.
Yeah,
out doing the dogs this year. Dogs were big one year. Now it's Zoe's. It's always a year for Liam. Liam's always big. We did have the 1 year it was Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah,
it was 1 year. The next year it was Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
This is a Zoe year, is it? Okay.
Didn't we do a year where we were anticipating a big Jim Caviezel?
Oh,
yeah, Thunderstruck
universe. Yeah, we tried to make it happen.
It didn't happen.
We tried to make it happen. He went all crazy also. Okay, so 11:23. This is Thanksgiving time. So we got some big stuff coming out here. Creed 3.
Ooh,
which I believe is directed by Michael B. Jordan. Andy's in it. So that's crazy. It's going to be big plot details. It's about Adonis Creed, son of Apollo Creed.
Never would have guessed that.
Yeah.
Is he going to fight? Who's he going to fight? Is he going to fight
Tessa Thompson? He's fighting Tessa Thompson.
She could be Clubber Lang's kid.
She's his girlfriend already. I think he would know.
Oh, that's right.
He would have already met Dad by now.
Yeah. Daggone it. Maybe he's going to fight Clubber Lang.
That would be cool.
Clubber Lang moves in next door.
Yeah.
Starts putting up flags.
That's it.
Maybe the fool doesn't support the police. The Fablemans. This sounds. I like Spielberg. This is a Spielberg joint where he's getting a little sentimental in his older age. What's going on out there, Cliff?
I don't know. I was waiting for it to backfire, but I think they made it through.
My house. This has Steven Spielberg, Seth Rogen, Michelle Williams, Judd Hirsch, and a bunch of people. But this is a coming-of-age movie that is loosely based on Steven Spielberg's childhood, growing up in Arizona. So he's getting a little nostalgic. All of his movies have always had some kind of things to do with fathers, problems with the fathers. Like I think he had some father issues, and we'll see what exactly happened, maybe. But I like Spielberg.
I want to see the origin story of when him and George Lucas meet.
Yes. We will. I can't wait for your review and/or voice. Do the voice, as Rebecca Ferguson said in Dune. Do the voice. And the first thing I thought was Cliff doing George Lucas. What went across my mind. Also, that weekend, maybe they may have moved the dates around, but I've written down here Strange World. Yeah, I think that is them. It is the animated thing, journeys deep into an uncharted and treacherous land where fantastical creatures await. I think this is a Disney thing, right? Am I crazy? You should know about this, Cliff. Strange World.
I don't remember hearing about
animated. Yes, it's Disney's like pulpy animated thing. They just released. Had released like a couple images, but it's very like a pulpy style cartoon with like the font is like a DuckTalesy font, like that kind of pulp style, Indiana Jones type thing. But I don't know. They haven't released much about it, but it comes out that weekend. It will be big. It will be big. All right. We're to December. Next December. Oh my gosh, that's a long way away. Is there anything coming out that's announced yet? We have Violent Night. That sounds sounds like that sounds dangerous. Hey guys, that's a thriller set around Christmas time.
That's the follow up to Ronald P. Tramp Saves Christmas.
Yeah. Exactly. Start writing the
screenplay.
Start writing it now. Yeah, Violent Night. Whoo boy night. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Then we don't have anything listed until the 16th of December. But that's it. You called it before we started recording there, Jordan. We got Avatar 2, supposedly.
Oh, no.
Finally on the slate again, officially, maybe.
After
Return to Avatar.
How many years has it been?
The public is just clamoring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Can't walk out the door without people talking Avatar.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a decade.
And it's going to be set 3 years after the original film. 3 years.
Okay.
They're exploring other moons. They're still going to use Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana. So
where's Zoe's? Avatar was 2009.
More Zoe's. This is the year of Zoe. 2009.
Wow.
So who knows? I hated Avatar, but I'll see this. I'm quite sure. And
I have still never seen the original.
Well, you're not missing. You never have either?
I have not.
I wasn't going to, but my parents had just got a big screen when that came out.
Mm-hmm.
They'd got their 60-inch TV and a Blu-ray player, and so they were very excited to get.
Yeah, it was 2009.
Yes, yes, they were very excited to buy that movie, and I remember watching it from the other room. The whole family sat and watched it, and I was on the computer in the other room, looking, kind of sticking my head in. I don't know why. I can't even remember why I didn't want to watch it. Like
I have seen it several times. I think
Wow.
I saw it once in 3D over at a friend's house who had the 3D copy of it, 3D television, and I have ridden.
Oh yeah.
You've
been in
whatever. I've been to Avatar. I've been to Pandora.
Pandora, that's it.
Been to Pandora. I've
You've
ridden the
ridden
Banshee.
the ponytail.
And I have journeyed.
You've plugged your ponytail into the horse.
Yes,
or whatever it is.
Na'vi journeyed many times, so been there, done that.
Same weekend. I'm sure we're all much more excited for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom movie. So, plot details.
I don't like
more Aquaman adventures. It says. Are any Zoes in it? I don't see, but there you go. That was the first one was a surprise hit, so they're plugging this in for Christmas time. They're like, let's do it up. And then we have on the 21st of December, Super Mario Bros. With you know who as Mario.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson.
Chris Pratt doing all the animated voices for the rest of our lives.
Well, they couldn't get Captain Lou anymore.
Untitled 20th Century. Yeah, we're getting that kind of stuff right here. And then the other release, the last release, basically, this is I'm anticipating this greatly because 2 of his movies are in my top 10 movies of all time. Director Damien Chazelle is doing a movie about movies called Babylon, I believe about early Hollywood. Cast is Tobey Maguire, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, etc. Catherine Waterston, Eric Roberts. But like I said, he's got a good record for me. I really like La La Land and even more Whiplash, so he gets another chance for sure. I will be checking that out. Then we have a bunch of movies that don't have dates or may not be released in theaters, but they might end up being big things, so we're going to list them out here. Hocus Pocus 2 is going to be out sometime in October. Pinocchio in November. Yeah, we did say that. We got that Deep Water movie they took out of theaters is going back somewhere online. That's the Affleck, the Armus movie. Prey coming to Hulu. That's the Predator movie. Dan Trachtenberg, who did 10 Cloverfield Lane. He's doing the Predator movie. At some point, I saw Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was going to be this year, but maybe not. But that's the live action movie with Andy Samberg and what's his name, the guy that just got out of rehab, comedian
Mulaney.
Yes, that sounds like it would be good. John Wick 4 got pushed to next year, I guess, since I wrote that down. Clerks 3 comes out sometimes this year. Something called Cocaine Bear. Let's look and see what that is. A large black bear on cocaine. Okay. Large black bear consumes the contents of a duffel bag filled with cocaine. Well, that sounds stupid.
I read something about it. That's a real thing that happened.
It's like a true story, I believe. Yeah, it's actually like a true story.
Oh, I'm on board.
A real
Cocaine Bear.
It's a tale of drugs, planes, parachutes, and one unlucky bear. This epic crime story centered in Knoxville could soon be coming to the big screen. 10 News reporter Cole Sullivan shows us the true story behind the movie Cocaine Bear.
Over South Knoxville, the planes play in the sky. But it's what and who fell out of one that caught the attention of Fred Myers in September 1985.
Oh, yes. I'm telling you, he was dead.
In Myers' backyard, Kentucky drug smuggler Andrew Thornton fell victim to a parachute problem, reported at the time by Action 10 News.
While he was not dragged through the trees, it is highly likely that he was struggling on his way down.
What caught the cops' attention?
It wasn't what police expected to find.
Was what he had with him.
It was a duffel bag packed with 34 kilos of uncut cocaine, simply marked USA.
Worth nearly $40 million in today's dollars, and the smuggler came prepared to defend it.
Thornton was carrying survival gear. He was also wearing a bulletproof vest, carrying 2 guns and extra ammunition.
Neighbors said they were not surprised. It was the 1980s, after all.
Well, I've read a lot about it and watch it on the news a lot, so I wasn't really.
But the mystery reached beyond Island Home. The smuggler's plane, running on autopilot, crashed in North Carolina's Nantahala National Forest. And in the North Georgia mountains,
shortly after Thornton fell to his death with all the cocaine strapped to his body, a black bear popped up dead from an overdose on cocaine that was dropped by Thornton.
The 175-pound animal, now dubbed Pablo Escobar, sits stuffed and on display in Lexington, Kentucky.
We have people coming from all over the world to see this famous cocaine bear.
Millions in uncut cocaine in the South Knoxville Yard, a legendary smuggler, and a drugged-out bear. It's a story seemingly ripped from a Hollywood movie, and it's now destined to become one. Reporting in South Knoxville, I'm Cole Sullivan.
Yeah, Carrie Russell's in it. Elizabeth Banks. Ice Cube's kid.
Cocaine Bear, I love it. On board.
I'm in for Cocaine Bear. Couple other things. Knives Out 2 should come out sometime this year. Really love the first one. I believe that'll be a straight to Netflix. The Gray Man. Also interested in that. That is, I'm going to have to look that one up. I believe that's the Russos. Come on. Chris Evans, Ryan Gosling, Billy Bob Thornton, Ana de Armas. Bunch of people. It is Ryan Gosling plays Gentry. He's hunted across the globe by Lloyd Hansen, which is Chris Evans, a former cohort of his at the CIA. I don't know. But maybe it'll be good. They did something else other than superhero movies. They had a movie. What did the Russos do? I don't know. I can't remember. But
Community?
Yeah. I'm trying to think with last thing. I don't think Ryan Gosling has done anything since First Man, and that was 2016. He's must be making a bunch of stuff, but I like him. Escape from Spiderhead is an interesting title.
It's no Cocaine Bear, but
it's something. Escape from Spiderhead. I can't find it.
2023 Cocaine Bear v Spiderhead.
Exactly.
Yeah. Apollo 10.5: a space age adventure. This is Richard Linklater. I think he's reflecting on something from his childhood around when Apollo 11 was. And White Noise is some Noah Baumbach movie. So I like those directors. So we'll see what they turn out to be. There's a Sesame Street movie. Anne Hathaway, Sean Levy. A musical inspired by the Sesame Street theme song. The lead characters get lost in New York City and try to find their way to Sesame Street, of course.
Just follow that bird.
Yeah.
That's
Muppets Take Manhattan too.
Yeah. And then something called Havoc, which I believe is from the guy that made The Raid, Gareth Evans. So I love The Raid's in my top 10 all time. So we'll see what he does. That's pretty much it, unless you guys have some other titles I missed.
Well, I had one that I had seen on some list, but I guess I don't think it has a release date yet, but I think it's supposed to come out in 2022. Is Martin Scorsese Killers of the Flower Moon?
Oh, yeah, I don't see it. I would bet heavily that comes out next Christmas. You know what I mean? That's one of those things they might say later. There's no way it's coming out any day but a Christmas of some year. So it's probably this year.
That's what I think. So this is an American Western crime drama. It's based on a nonfiction book that seems like the exact kind of book that I would read, but I decided I wouldn't. I'd watch the movie first, so I could kind of watch it fresh before I read the book. But basically, it's about set in the 20s, and there's a lot of murders of a Indian tribe in Oklahoma, I think. Oil barons are murdering the Native Americans that own the land, kind of thing, and it's like J. Edgar Hoover and the FBI has to go investigate, kind of thing. So it's a true story, but it's Leo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, Jesse Plemons, a bunch of other people, Brendan Fraser. John Lithgow. So that was one of the ones that I was anticipating, but I couldn't find it on any list, so I assume it comes out at some point.
It's the birth of the FBI and stuff happened with this. This is it was supposed to come out last year, and then they're pushing it. So because it's got like a $200 million budget, they want to make sure you can go see it. But yeah, if it is supposed to come out this year, it will be on my list of anticipated, but I don't know if it is or not. So put it on there if you would like. But here's the point in the show, unless someone else has any titles to add, put down your top 10 anticipated movies for this year and rank them. And then we will stop. We will cut out all the math we do here for the next several minutes. And
trying to figure out if he even wrote down.
Yeah. I want to know how many you go into theaters to. You usually let us know how many superhero movies there were and all that jazz. So we'll see you folks back here in a second. All right. We're back. We did all the math. We ranked them. The list has been made. Counting down, I didn't have to do any special things, Jared. Except we did have a tie for 10th place. There were no other problems. There was a tie on points on one, but more people liked it, so it pushed it up. So, but at number 10, we have a tie between Babylon and Lightyear, because Cliff and I both wanted those movies. We each wanted one of those movies. At 9, I'm the only one to have Mission Impossible 7, but it was my number 1, so it made the list at number 9. Number 8, Flash. Number 7, most anticipated movie, Knives Out 2. Number 6 is The Northman. Number 5, I hope it comes out, Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 4, The Batman. Number 3, Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. Number 2, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And number 1, Thor, Love and Thunder.
We skew comic booky. That's not a surprise. So
yeah, that's a little better than they had a little flavor in there compared to the last one. I think was all comic books, so it was pretty good.
I'm a little disappointed there's no Cocaine Bear on that list.
Yeah, I burst out laughing. Jared was sitting here. You guys had left. I go down Cliff's list, and it's like I'll read it to you because it cracked me up when I got to it. It was Strange Land at 10, then Bros, Hocus Pocus, Batman, Multiverse of Madness, Black Adam, Flash at number 4, at number 3, Cocaine Bear. Then back to Lightyear and Love and Thunder. I was like, where did Cocaine Bear come through at number 3 out of all that comic?
I love it. I love the title.
Oh,
the Black Panther did not make the top 10. That's surprising.
Yeah.
Too many question marks.
I'll say I had it a little lower on my list just because, same way. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be, so it's hard to get.
Yeah, it was only on. It wasn't on Cliff and I's list at all.
I had it low on mine.
So I wrote down there are 14 colons this year.
Oh, is that more or less than how many?
That's the first time I've kept track of colons. So
okay, well we have more or less.
I have
didn't
no
keep track
data.
as always, but
I have no data to track that against. And I counted 11 movies based on comics, and then like 2 they're just like superhero movies that aren't the guy in the basement or whatever. Like it's not based on a property, but it's a superhero movie. So
right,
at least 13 in that realm.
I gotcha. Well, that's pretty good. Hopefully, at least 70% of these movies actually come out.
Right.
We
actually have something to maybe go see here, now and again. So
it'd be nice by spring, summer that the world got back a little bit to normal and we could look.
Yeah, we're
forward to
pretty
this
far
kind
into this to not be able to count on that, but that's the way it is.
Well, it's interesting. I don't want to bring down what we just did, but I was watching a video. Guy made a point about all the streaming services and Disney Plus and movies coming out directly to HBO Max and all that stuff. And his opinion just being because he lived in a metropolitan area, he was making a point about how in the big city nerve-wracking it was for him to take his family to a crowded movie theater, because he said in the back of his mind, he always had, was checking for an exit strategy, and with gun violence and things happening so much before the pandemic, about this, that how much of a difference it made for him just to be able to watch it at home, pop their own popcorn, sit at home, watch it, be relaxed, be comfortable. And he's gotten so used to that now. He just recently went and watched something or other, and he was like, it was not a good experience for me. I did not enjoy it. I just thought it was something that would have never crossed my brain, but it was an interesting point, because like we were talking earlier in the show, just, how it used to be with the packed theater, and just the anxiety levels now, and not wanting to be, sit around too many people and that type of thing. So we're
just lucky where we live, because like any of these movies coming out, I don't care how big a movie. Spider-Man came out, there wasn't much bigger movies than that in the last couple of years, and I sat in a movie with like 10 people. But I can go at 4:00 in the afternoon that Friday, and nobody's going to be there, and it's, so I have the ability to watch these movies in a way I consider plenty safe for a vaccinated person. So I just hope they come out, but I do love that, you have a greater chance of being able to see them at home if that works better for you. So,
yeah, these last couple of years, I've definitely seen a lot more current movies having the option to stream them. Yeah. But like I said, Spider-Man, it was a nice reminder, the people cheering in the theater and the applause,
the experience of it. Yeah,
that was a good. Oh yeah, that's what you get out of this. Like, it was a good, after a couple years of having almost none of that. Spider-Man was a nice experience.
Yeah, Spider-Man. That was obviously the first one that we had gone and seen in theaters after, it had been a couple years, I would say. But my daughters, who are now 9 and 10 this year, had in the meantime watched all these EU movies, so that was kind of the first one that we all got to go watch and see as a family, all 6 of us.
Yeah.
But it's not cheap to go to take 6 people to the movies and buy some popcorn. So it's like, I love the options.
Oh yeah.
Doing it at home, streaming it at home saves me a little money out of my wallet. But it was nice to kind of get out there and experience it in the theater. But yeah, I'm never going to complain about having the option to do it at home.
One trip to the theaters, how many months of Disney Plus for you? You can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I definitely am all about, let's upgrade the home theater and just, watch it at home. If there's a lot of stuff I could have went to the theater that I didn't anyway, even as easy as it is, and as cheap as it is for, just me and my son to go. It's like, I like to stay at home. Home is good. So anyway, hopefully we got lots of stuff to look forward to in the coming year. I'm excited about a lot of these movies. I mean, and we don't even know. There's a ton of stuff. Like I said, this is usually the mainstream stuff. There's a ton of stuff that we will be surprised by the end of the year that are coming out, I'm sure.
So take it from us, the podcast that advocates staying home, knowing nothing.
Yes.
Learning nothing about the movie, and then complaining about it afterward.
That's it.
That's us. Ka-Pow. Punch those movies and those previews in the face.
So thank you for joining us, Jared, for our annual tradition.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
there we go. That'll work. All right. Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you at the movies, maybe. My name is Jordan Lowe.
I'm Cliff Barnes.
I'm Seth. Bye forever.
Ka-Pow, the pop cultured podcast, is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Sounds, music, and clips played during the podcast are property of copyright holders. All original content is property of www.udownwithkpp.com. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a comment. Ka-Pow, the Pop Cultured Podcast, can be found on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, and wherever podcasts can be found. You can connect with us through social media on Facebook, YouTube, at the Ka-Pow Podcast on Twitter, or email the show, Ka-Pow, the Pop Cultured Podcast, at gmail.com. If you really want to go the extra mile, join our Patreon at patreon.com/udownwithkpp for special content and access to Patreon-only benefits. We are grateful for anyone who chooses to contribute, but please know that most of our content will remain free. So please continue to like, comment, and share.
Cliff just randomly has Cocaine Bear really high on his list. I'm reading in all these obvious things and then Cocaine Bear. Oh, shit.